We have to always look at every case, whatever, regardless of what it is. We need to research it, look at it, and interview the individuals. In this specific case, I think the radical, where he being radicalized from a young, good person and to this position, that's severe, because that's when you stop being reasonable. And that's what he's doing right now. He's unreasonable, and he's not going to listen to any facts.
All right, we got to leave it right there for now. We're going to take a break. We'll continue to keep both of our experts here and weigh in. We want to take that break, though, so we can get to the live press conference that is scheduled in just a few minutes.
That's right. We're hearing 11:15. We'll see if that happens. We're going to be back right after this. Right now, we are joined by terrorism expert Christopher Hinn and private investigator Jamie Copenhaver, both live in studio. Gentlemen, thank you for coming back. We know you were with us earlier today as well. Christopher, we're going to start with you. We're so used to associating the Middle East when we think of terrorism. Now, all of a sudden, this is a geographical change in the minds of people who've been worrying about the safety of our country. Now, Chechen rebels or Chechen extremists are responsible for this kind of violence. Where did this come from?
Well, this is not news to us in in this environment, but yes, this is a whole new environment now for the U.S. Understanding that today was a new dealing with Chechen. But extremism is not about the Middle East; it's about radicalization and Islam influence of so-called radical and extremism.
And Christopher, just as a very quick follow-up question, so much of our efforts were focused, and obviously terrorism isn't a geographical thing, and it's not just in the Middle East, but so much of our country's efforts were focused on those countries after 9/11. Do we have the resources now as a country to be able to, sweep the rest of the world where these possible cells could be hiding?
We have been trying to educate the public here about understanding, extremism, and expanding on that is not just the education, is also understanding what we're dealing with, the threat. The threat could be anywhere, at any time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's kind of what we need to understand. This is not just a specific area of the Middle East. It expands from that. Terrorism and suicide bombers have been around since the 1800s, and that's what we need to understand further than this.
Jamie, from a law enforcement perspective, we understand, as we said, police are still on the ground going door to door in a dragnet looking for this man. If they haven't found him yet, does that spell trouble?
Well, keep in mind, they're busing these law enforcement folks in on a bus, and they're doing a 20-block grid, so it's going to take a little bit of time. It's kind of concerning that this guy actually escaped the dragnet last night, if you will, but they're methodically going through each house to confirm whether he's there or he's not there. And
what are they doing when they reach the doors of the people in this neighborhood?
Under the circumstances, there should be no one that would not cooperate with this investigation. I would suggest they're going up there knocking, announcing their purpose, and they're probably searching each house as they go. For God's sakes, this guy could have someone held hostage, so you want to confirm that he's not still in the neighborhood.
And God help any person who is actually helping to aid and abet this man or remain hidden in any way, right, Jamie?
Absolutely. They're going to be charged under the same penalty.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, we will be hearing much more from you throughout the night. James Copenhaver and Christopher Hinn, thank you for coming in.